You know those cell towers you see everywhere? I mean, they're on the side of the highway, on top of buildings, dotting the landscape. But have you ever really stopped to think about the business that's actually inside them? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on this surprisingly complex industry and see how it all really works.
And hey, if you're a property owner, I've got a question for you. What if that steel structure on your property is basically a cash machine, but most of that cash isn't going to you? It's a question you should probably be asking.
So that's what we're here to do. We're going to break down the exact business model these tower companies use. Because, let's be honest, understanding how they make their money is the single most important step for you to get a fair deal on your lease.
All right, first things first, let's look at this whole thing from the most important perspective, yours as the property owner. You know, on the surface, the deal seems pretty straightforward. A company comes to you, they want to lease a tiny piece of your land, they put up a tower, and you get a check every month. Simple, right? Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, now let's flip the script and see how the tower company looks at this deal. This is where the real business starts. The key here is to stop thinking about that little patch of ground and start thinking about all the empty space above it. This really says it all. The tower company isn't just renting your land. They're using it as the foundation to build a vertical skyscraper. Your property is the valuable ground floor, and every single foot going up that tower is brand new, rentable real estate. Their whole playbook is brilliantly simple. Step 1, secure the ground lease from you. Step 2, build and take care of the tower. And Step 3, this is the big one, sublease space on that tower to as many wireless carriers as they can. You know, like AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Now, to be fair, their upfront investment is pretty hefty. They've got to pay for your lease, for the tons of steel to build the thing. They have to navigate all these expensive zoning and permitting headaches. And then there's the ongoing costs, right? Maintenance, electricity, tech upgrades. It's a significant chunk of change. But here's the magic. This is how they turn all those big costs into even bigger profits. Let's look at how they literally multiply their revenue from a single location. The secret weapon is a single word, co-location. It's just a fancy term for a really simple but incredibly powerful idea, putting multiple paying tenants on one single tower. This is the entire engine of their business. So check this out. The rent they get from the very first carrier, the anchor tenant, that's usually enough to cover all their costs. We're talking maintenance, electricity, and the rent check they send you. So what happens when a second carrier comes along? Well, that revenue is almost pure profit. A third carrier? Pure profit. Every new antenna they hang on that tower is another stream of high-margin income, month after month. So what's the problem? Well, this incredibly profitable business model creates a fundamental issue when it comes time to negotiate a lease. It creates a massive imbalance of information. Think about it like a scale. On one side, you've got the tower company. They know the true potential of your location. They know about future demand in the area. And man, do they know how to write a lease that benefits them for decades to come. On the other side, you, the landlord, often don't know any of that. You don't know the real market rates or how to protect your rights for the long haul. The scale is completely tilted. So how do you even begin to fix an imbalance like that? Well, you fight fire with fire. You arm yourself with the same level of knowledge they have. It's as simple as that. When you finally understand their business model, when you get access to the same data and expertise that they have, that's when the scales start to balance out. In this game, knowledge isn't just important, it's everything. And that knowledge has real, tangible value. I mean, look at this number. The experts at sell-side appraisers, who are the source for this explainer, note they've secured over $10 million in additional value for landlords just since 2017. That's the kind of difference that having an expert on your side can make. So everything we just talked about, co-location, that profit multiplier, the long-term value, that's the stuff they know inside out. And now, it's what you know too. This right here is your first step toward getting a truly fair deal. Which, of course, brings us right back to you and that tower sitting on your property. It's time to take what we've learned and apply it. So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Now that you know exactly how the other side is profiting from your property, it changes the whole picture, doesn't it? The real question isn't just what you're getting paid right now. It's what is that small piece of land and, more importantly, all that sky above it truly worth?
Arming yourself with information and expert advice is the key to protecting your rights. As the folks at CSA always say, when you know more, you get more. Your next step is to reach out. You can visit them online at sellsiteappraiser.com or just give them a call. Thanks for tuning into this explainer. And always remember, when you know more, you get more. It's probably a good time to make that call.